What is up, fam? We are back with another one, guys. We are back with Harsh Reality, guys. He's actually talking about the Idaho 4. He named this one, Why Was Jack Called so many times, guys? That is a perfect question. That is a big question. Guys, this case has went on now, and we absolutely can't find a knife. We have found the sheath, guys, with the buckle, and we got DNA off of that, but is it the persons that we're talking about, guys? Is it Bryan Kohberger? And everything we're about to say is echo speculations, is outside of Harsh Reality's video. So anyways, guys, let's get started.
Without seeing my beautiful face. So I thought I'd do a short video just to, cover two quick elements that some other people are already talking about. Firstly, Mad Greek Restaurant. What the owners come forward and said that Bryan Kohberger didn't actually go to the restaurant. Hadn't been seen, didn't go there. Disputing it, no, didn't happen. I just don't understand. Because personally, my thought would be, why would he not go there? Why would he not? It's a restaurant, which quite rightfully, look, I didn't mean that it was specifically a vegan restaurant. I just meant that it catered for vegans. They had some stuff there. Naughty. You know what I mean? But look, why would he not go there? I don't understand. You know, he went over there 12 times, lived nearby. This seemed to be the place to go. There's a better place that had stuff around. He's supposed to be a vegan, and they do vegan food. So, why would he not go? Anyway.
Guys, we're actually talking about a guy that would not eat off of plates. He had to have brand new plates. That's what kind of guy we're talking about. We're talking about Bryan Kohberger as his name, who supposedly is the alleged killer for the 4 Idaho students brutally murdered and brutally stabbed in Moscow, Idaho. Now, he's not been fully convicted yet, but that is coming, guys. They say it could take 2 to 3 months to get this situated, guys. So it makes you wonder, was it actually Bryan Kohberger's DNA that was actually found on that sheath? Why did he leave the sheath behind? You know, some killers actually leave stuff behind, traces or whatever it may be. It actually tells what kind of killer they are. It's their trademark, so be it. That's actually what they would call it. Look at BTK. Look at Golden State. Look at, you know what I'm saying? I can keep going on. But did he do this on purpose? That was my question. Because why would the person get away with everything that was actually going on and leave a sheath behind to the knife? Just doesn't make sense. And go on and so forth. The sheath didn't even have blood on it. But it was found beside the bed where 2 of them was brutally stabbed. It just doesn't make sense. This case is the same thing as, say, Kiely Rodni. People will be talking about this case for a long time, guys. One man supposedly went in this house and brutally stabbed 4 victims in 9 minutes. That's pretty quick for one person. And not a trace of evidence left behind, guys, except a sheath with a knife that they actually found DNA inside the button of it. It's crazy. But this is the world that we're actually living in, guys. If these kids would have actually had, these teenagers would have actually had cameras up, guys, motion sensors on, guys, this would never happen. And if it did, we would have caught who actually killed the 4 Idaho students in Moscow, Idaho. You can buy a click camera, guys, for literally $28 for 2 of them, $50 for 3 of them. You could talk to them. You could actually, someone breaks in your house, you could push talk on your phone. You could actually talk to that camera and deter the intruder. $28 you could buy one for, guys. Anyways, guys, let's get back to the video.
Right, but he's saying he didn't go there. So, who knows? Another thing that, even that is clear as mud. Like every single thing else around this case, typically, whenever there's something that happens, like a murder or someone going missing around one of these type of places, nothing is ever clear. Nothing is ever straightforward. Everything has to be this convoluted ball of wool that just you can't ask a question and get a straight answer on anything. Anyway, I digress. Next, the calls to Jack. And this is Jack DeCure, the ex of Kaylee. We know, well, I say we know, we've been led to believe that there was numerous calls made to Jack on that night. And many people have been like, well, that's really weird. That's really strange. Why do they keep calling him? And look, Mr. Gonsalves has come to the rescue and he's cleared it all up for everyone. Said, look, what has happened here is that Kaylee had all of a sudden realised that because she'd had these thoughts that Jack, she wouldn't ever replace Jack. You know, even though she was moving on with her life, she was moving to Texas, she was starting a new chapter, she bought herself a new Range Rover because she knew she was starting this new, you know, she always was concerned that she would never meet another Jack. And, you know, that all this sort of came to a head on this specific night, and she decided to call Jack over and over again, and she would do anything to get him to answer, and that's it. Now, I think that he may just be speculating, or is he just aware that this is a rumor that's going rampant? It's causing people to sort of look at different things and different potentials, and he's just trying to shut it down like any good father would. You tell me.
And that's the thing, guys. Whenever things are said after something like this happens, guys, look, I couldn't even imagine. I've got 2 daughters, guys. I couldn't even imagine having to live with this world without them. I couldn't. But now you have 4 different parents that's actually missing their children. This is the world that we live in, guys. It is disgusting and it is real. 100%. We have to protect our children, our teenagers. Put a trace on their phone. I've said this before. Back to the Kylie Rodney whole thing, guys. Put a trace on your phone. On their phone. We haven't even found that poor girl's phone. I can go on forever about that case, guys. This is going to be the same thing with this case. It will be around forever. I mean, look, we're what, a month and a half into this? And they're saying 2 to 3 months they'll have an answer? That's a long time to wait. Think about the parents. That's what we got to think about, is their parents now. Not just what happened, but their parents now. They have to live every single day knowing that they may not even get an answer. All they have is a sheaf, DNA on it. Did it matches? That's what they think every single day, guys. That is sad, and that is disgusting. With as many people that was actually stabbed, guys, there's no reason why we shouldn't have more than that. There's just not. Anyways, guys, let's get right back to the video.
Is that what happened here? Did Kaylee on this specific night just decide that she wanted to get back with Jack? She was going to call and, you know, and set things straight for the future. And look, these 2 little elements, are they important? They're not really. They're not really important. At the end of the day, we've got 4 victims. We've got someone who's been arrested. It's going to be likely that we don't hear anything now until the hammer drops on it. And, you know, the rest is history. And like I said earlier, there's no element of this case that seems to be straightforward or clear. Nothing whatsoever. And I did say, you know, tomorrow in the live, I'm going to, you know, talk about some of the various and numerous rabbit holes that there are. Not to really add fuel to the fire, but just to look at it as a whole and look at what a mess things turn into.
It's a mess.
And we have to kind of work out whether this is just, when there's a crime like this, it attracts not only people who are interested in true crime, but it attracts a different breed of person who are just obsessed with turning things into a mess. Or indeed, is it that there are people out there who can see that there are things that are not right and they want to bring people's attention to it when they've just finally had enough? Who knows? But we know there's a lot of things around this case that are being said. Now, we don't know how true they are, if they are true, if they're not, if they're just the aforementioned lunatics are out. But they're there, and they're being said, and they're being said for a reason.
There you guys go. Harsh Reality is actually one of my favorite true crime panels, guys. Again, this is Idaho 4. Why was Jack called so many times, guys? This is Harsh Reality. Actually, go ahead and go subscribe to him, guys. It's Harsh. You're growing quick anyways, guys. Anyways, your statement point, my friend. Anyways, guys, I'm going to jump out of here, but this case blows my mind, guys. The evidence that we do not have. Anyways, guys, Love yourself, like yourself, be nothing but yourself. Like and subscribe to the channel. It's highly appreciated, guys. Go check out the channel. There's a lot more where that come from, guys. I do lives usually every single night, so come over and catch those, guys. It's Bare Bones Show is actually what we call it, guys. This case is something else. But anyways, guys, your boy Deuces. I'm out. Have a good one.